Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, hey, we're back, man. Tonight's episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, man, is called The Asset. And tonight, man, the entire episode was pretty much Sky's episode. And this was pretty much giving Sky, man, a choice to join the S.H.I.E.L.D organization or choosing to go to the dark side and help out the villains of the story, man. And she made the right choice. I'm not gonna tell you what choice she made, but she made the one that was correct for her, and very predictable. But I think you guys will enjoy the episode, man. It gives you a really good backstory on her as far as some things that happened to her. It also allows you to see her interact with the Shield team and see how they're becoming more of a strong team. I think the most positive thing about this episode that I can get out of it is that we have the third confirmation that Agent Coulson is not a human being. That's what I'm going to go to the bank with, and I'm cashing that check every single time. Tonight, he had some difficulty locking and loading his shield issued weapon, his 9mm Glock, whatever you want to call it. Um, it was just the way that he said. He's like, I've done this 1,000 times. I should be able to, do it again. And then before he was about to say something else, he got interrupted. But it was just this moment. He's looking down at the weapon, and he didn't even understand or recognize what it was. To be honest. And so it goes back to Tahiti. Tahiti, Agent Coulson. It's a magical place. And then you were like, how did he come back from being stabbed in the chest by Loki? And then Agent Paul was like, he must never find out what actually happened. And then tonight we have, the third confirmation that's him not being able to lock and load his shield issued weapon. So I truly, honestly believe that he is a robot. He's a droid. He's not what he what he I guess appears to be. And it's becoming more and more clear. Man, I'm telling you, man, you just got to look at some of the episodes, just kind of really watch him, and just notice some things that he does. It's not human. It's not human. All right. Anyway, moving on. Um, Tonight's episode, man, introduced us to a supervillain. And this supervillain, man, is one that is honestly not known by a lot of people, man, including myself. Um, I'll say this. When I seen the medal on the screen, and I don't want to ruin anything for anybody, but when I seen the medal at the end of the episode, the first thing I thought was like, okay, man, this is like Terminator. Okay, this is like Terminator 2000. First, I was thinking Ultron. Okay, I was like, man, I guess I was thinking too big, too many years out in advance. I was thinking Ultron. And then I was like, oh man, it might be Silver Surfer. Man, it could be Doctor Doom. I was just thinking, just going in billions of different directions, man. And it ends up turning out, man, that everything kind of lies in the detail. At the beginning of the episode, you had on the side of this truck, it was talking about the Rocky Mountains. And so I started Googling that. I was like, okay, what is Rocky Mountains? What does it have to do with it? And I do remember that, the Rocky Mountains had this vault where they held supervillains, almost like, 33.1 in Smallville. And I didn't find Franklin Hall because I really wasn't even focusing on Franklin Hall. I was focusing on this other guy who I still can't find his name. He was on some movie or some TV show that I used to watch all the time. His face and his name, they just escape me. I can't search him down in my data bank. I can't Google him. I don't know who this guy was, but tonight he's so familiar. He has such a familiar face. He played on this TV show with Jennifer Love Hewitt, man. And I can't think of the name of it, man. It was I just can't think of the name. Anyway, that's who I was focusing on. But in actuality, we're supposed to focus on the scientist, and the scientist's name is Franklin Hall, Dr. Franklin Hall, and Dr. Franklin Hall sacrifices himself into this device or machine, which happens, I guess, in the comic book that way, but it doesn't happen inside of the show. And so that's why I don't want to ruin it for you guys, because that special effects and that CGI and the graphics inside of there, I think it's really an amazing experience to experience on TV, watching it on the DVR or whatever, when you're watching it live or whatever, or pre-recorded. It's just cool to see. Those are the great graphics. The beginning of the episode was horrible with the graphics. CGI was horrible. Everything about it was just miserable. It was just disgusting. You should really take your time on that. there's way too much joking and clowning around on the show. You need to get serious. There's too many cheesy moments and too many, just moments of not taking the show seriously. So anyway, man, tonight's episode, The Asset, gave us a super villain by the name of Graviton. Sky has joined the team officially. And I give the episode, man, 2 out of 5 stars, man. Yeah, that's it. Hopefully it improves. Right now, man, the Shield is on a steady decline, man, down into a horrible show. So yeah, we're out here.